Good morning. Thanks once again for joining us here at the Network Breakfast. It's Tuesday morning. That's right, Scott. He's waving at all his fans who come to see him when he's doing the movies in the streets of Cleveland and other major cities when he's helping out with a movie. Our own Scott Morrison is Hollywood bound. Okay, so good morning. Thanks so much. And everybody's going to take about a minute to say who they are and maybe some contact, or just say good morning because they're happy that you're here and we're happy to be here. And then we'll move on to talk about 10 tips and tricks for iPhone and Android that maybe you didn't know. It's kind of fun stuff, but it can also get you into trouble if you don't use it properly. So it'll be fun to talk about, and you can go through the 10 things and discuss it amongst yourselves. So in any case, we're going to say good morning, and we're going to start with, he's not paying attention, so I don't want to call on him first. So we'll call on Scott first. That's it.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Scott Morrison, company's Discovery Photo. Okay. I am a full-time, full-service photographer. Have been for 31 years now. 31 years. Specialize in everything from legal, corporate, industrial, architectural, mainly doing business headshots, modeling portfolios, and the weekend crashing parties. Now that we have them again, which is great. Also, when I'm not doing that, we do a lot with the local movie industry here. This weekend, we did a short film for a competition, the Fun Mill competition. Next weekend, we're going to do another film for the Fun Mill competition. And I have a few features that we're going to be doing this summer. So I'm busy with that, which is wonderful. My name is Scott Morrison, company's Discovery Photo, when image counts.
Thank you. See, I told you. See how high up he is in the chain of movie making? That's it. That's our own Scott Morrison. We're so proud of him. Okay, we're going to say good morning to Rob Lord. He's going to say good morning to you.
Good morning. Rob Lord here. I work for Thrivent Financial. I'm a financial advisor where we do full financial planning and retirement planning. And one of the things we're really concentrating on now is tax efficiency planning. Tax rates are predicted to be going up. The White House announced yesterday they're proposing a tax increase. Right now, the top tax bracket is 37%. They're proposing the top tax bracket to be 52.7%. Starting in 2026. Now that's not approved yet, but that is what they are talking to pay for all the spending that's going on here. And there's been other changes with inherited IRAs and such, and they're trying to change those again. So we're trying to be more efficient and do some converting to Roth IRAs if it makes sense in a lower tax bracket. If that's something you want to talk about, just give me a call and we will sit down and see if it makes sense for you. It is not the right thing to do for everybody though. Rob Lord, Thrivent.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks for being here. And thanks for that great advice. Everybody should take care of that stuff because you got to protect yourself. And Rob is one of the ones that can help you do that. As well as our next contestant, Mike Bentley. He's going to say good morning and tell you a little about what's going on with him and his fabulous company. Good morning, Mike.
Great morning to you all. My name is Mike Bentley, and I'm from the Brooks and Stafford Company, and I am your resource for any kind of healthcare question, whether it is for employer-based coverage, whether you're transitioning into retirement, whether you're between jobs, whether you're ready to graduate to Medicare. So make sure when you have that question and maybe coordinating coverage or timing, make sure that you ask Mike, and I can be reached at 216-696-3000. Thank you.
Perfect. Next time, hold that card up a little bit higher. Yeah. Oh boy, we even got an 800 number, 800-535-8928, anywhere across the country. You can get a hold of Mike. Ask Mike. We're so happy he's here. Thank you, Mike. Now we're going to say good morning to Trina, and she'll say good morning to us. We're so happy when she's here. She makes all these screens look better. Good morning, Trina.
You're so goofy. Thank you. Good morning. I'm Sina Gigak. I'm kind of retiring from a career of different things, mostly in administrative, but in the last couple of years, I've been doing copywriting, copy editing. but I recently transferred to being a cancer patient mentor. So what that means with the Cleveland Clinic, but I can help anybody in any healthcare system. And what that means is if you're having trouble, first of all, people get shocked when they find out they have cancer and they need to find their way through the whole system and what's next. Emotional needs, healthcare needs, if you're having trouble with how to get things paid and your coverage, dietary. If you had some family issues, a lot of people feel isolated and they feel like they have to just take care of themselves and kind of shove everybody out, and family members and friends don't understand that. So there's all kinds of issues that happen when you find out you have cancer, and I'm happy to help with any of those. Trina Gigax.
Thank you, Trina. And now I'm going to take my goofy self and introduce Chris Walters. He's going to tell us about what's happening in his part of the world. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Chris Walters with See-Through Windows. I provide vinyl replacement windows, patio doors, and glass block. I cover a territory from Port Clinton to the Pennsylvania border, Cleveland to Canton. I go take a look at every house quoted. Within 24 to 36 hours, you have a quote. And then we put you on the list and you'll be in the April, May area of getting your windows installed. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for being here. And now we'd like to, last but not least, I couldn't wait to say that. Last but not least, here's our computer guy. Here's our weapons expert. Here's our networking expert. He just has it all going on. And he's going to tell you a little about one of those things right now. Good morning, Jeff. Is there a problem there, Jeffy?
Weapons expert? I've never been called a weapons expert before.
All right, so I'll take that one back.
I just don't think that needs to be recorded anywhere. So I'm Jeff Hexter.
I was joking around.
I know, but you're recording it. I'm Jeff Hexter with Always Keep Computing.
I'll cut it out.
I work with professionals working from home who suffer from the weird problems that professionals working from their home tend to have. Sometimes it's the dog chewed the speaker cables on their speakers, and I've got to just let them know that maybe they need to keep the puppy from behind the computer. Sometimes I just have to show them how to plug in their printer. But I work with those kinds of problems all the way down to tracking down why the weird emails are coming or not sending. Jeff Hexter, Always Keep Computing. We pull out our hair so you don't have to.
Very good. Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate that. Appreciate you being here again. And now we're going to continue on with 10 tips and tricks. I'll share my screen with our locals and with you out there in YouTube land. I think I have it up and ready to go. And here it is here. Boom. I trust everyone can see that properly. And here's what we're going to talk about. 10 incredibly useful iPhone and Android tricks that make your life easier. Instead of fumbling through pages of apps, you can instantly do a specific task with your phone. That would be iPhone and or Android. Remember back when we used phones for only calls? Today, our smartphones hold our entire digital life. That includes, of course, your precious photos and videos. There are 9 photos you should always have handy, like your medical and dental insurance cards. Wouldn't that be nice if you had photos of them? And this way you can represent yourself. And there are 7 others that we can talk about. Speaking of photos, how often do you spend way too much time hunting for a photo you know is hidden somewhere in your gallery? There is a smart trick to find a photo quickly. Your iPhone or Android has a ton of hidden goodies. Here are 10 tricks you'll come back to time and time again. Start using back tap. Instead of fumbling through pages of apps, you can instantly do a specific task with your phone. I take a lot of screenshots with my phone, and I do it by tapping the back of my phone twice. 3 taps, and my driveway entry gate opens. A friend of mine turns on his back patio lights the same way. On an iPhone 8 or newer, you can use your finger to tap on the back of your phone 2 or 3 times to trigger a custom action. Go to Settings, Accessibility, Touch, Back Tap. Select double tap or triple tap. From there, choose a specific action. While this is handy, I warn you that you might accidentally trigger an action from time to time. You have to keep that in mind, please. Set up shortcuts for your most used apps. Want to add a shortcut to a specific apps to your home screen? Not all apps have shortcuts, but you can find out by holding down on the app. Here's how to do it on Android. Press down on an app, then lift your finger. If the app has shortcuts, they will appear. Touch and hold the shortcut. Move the shortcut to where you want it and lift your finger. On your iPhone, this is a super handy shortcut. Press down on the Messages app icon, and you'll see a few of your conversations. Select and hold one of your most messaged contacts. Drag it to your home screen. Now you tap that button to have a chat. Trick in a trick. When you're trying to find an app on your phone, stop going from page to page. On your iPhone, swipe right until a search bar appears at the top. Then type in the name of the app you want to use. On Android, swipe up from the middle of the screen. In the app drawer, tap Search. 3, stop missing great action shots. If you've ever tried to get a good picture of your kids playing, you know how tough it is to capture movement. Burst mode allows your camera to take pictures faster than humanly possible. You get multiple photos for each second, and then you can select your favorites to keep. Touch and hold the shutter button if you have an iPhone 10 or earlier. Swipe the shutter button to the left if you have an iPhone X, S, or later. Either way, lift your finger to stop burst mode. Then select the pictures you want to keep by tapping Burst, Select, Done. On Android phones, hold down your camera's shutter button to enable burst mode. 4, get rid of the clutter. When's the last time you closed all of your phone's browser tabs? Don't waste time going through them one by one. On Android, open Chrome. Tap the number next to the URL bar to see a grid of all your tabs. Tap the 3-dot menu, then select Close All Tabs. On an iPhone, you could do the same in Safari. Tap the icon with 2 overlapping boxes in the lower right corner. A menu will pop up. Choose Close All Tabs. Speaking of your browser, it's worth clearing cookies. Here's number 5. Use your iPhone as a magnifying glass. I'm sure all of us have done this. The last time I had to read out a tiny serial number, I remember how helpful it is to use the iPhone's built-in magnifying glass. No more squinting or running for your readers. Go to Settings, Accessibility, Magnifier, and turn it on. Now your magnifier is an accessibility shortcut. This works on iPads too. To access it quickly when you need it, add it to your control center. Go to Settings, Control Center, Customize Controls. Tap the plus button next to the magnifier. You'll see the magnifying glass icon in your control center when you swipe down from the top of your screen. Number 6, correct Google Assistant. Is your smart assistant always getting names wrong? It may seem silly to teach your phone how to pronounce a name. Make a change so Google understands you the first time when you call someone in the future. Say, "Hey Google, open Assistant Settings." Choose You, then tap Your People, then Add Person. Select the contact. Under Name Pronunciation, choose Record Your Own and record. Choose Play to hear it back, then tap Save to finish up. You can do the same with Siri on an iPhone. pretty cool stuff. Number 7, sign documents the quick way. When someone emails you a document you need to sign, you don't have to print it, sign it, scan it. Just use your iPhone. First, download the PDF. Click the pen icon in the top right and sign with your touchscreen. Click Done on the top left of the screen. You can reply to the email with the newly signed attachment. If you use AirDrop, you can share the documents you sign with your other Apple devices. Here's number 8. Tell them to forget it. Siri and Google Assistant both make distinctive noises, so you know when you have accidentally activated them. To stop Google Assistant from recording the rest of your conversation, say, "That wasn't for you." This deletes whatever it just started recording. You can say the same to Siri, but know that Apple hasn't officially said whether this phrase wipes your previous recording from its memory. So we don't know. Apple's tight-lipped about that. But do it anyway. Here's number 9. Measure or level anything. Want to see if something is level? Whip out your iPhone and open the Measure app. This helpful app uses augmented reality to turn your device into a fantastic measuring tool. It's simple to use. Say you want to measure a frame. Open the app, then tap the screen on one side of the frame. Scan your phone across the frame and tap the opposite end. The measurement will pop up on the screen. You may have to move your device around so your camera can capture an object's dimensions. Save your measurement by tapping Copy, which adds the numbers to your clipboard. Very interesting, isn't it? I never knew that existed, but there it is. Measure or level anything. You might want to read that one again. And here's number 10. Get captions when a video or audio plays. If you're having trouble understanding something, or if you're in a loud place, try Android's live caption. Use them for podcasts, YouTube videos, or even phone calls. This feature is available on Pixel 2 and newer, and some select other Android phones. Press the volume button. Under the volume controls, tap the live caption icon. Then live captions are now on for all media on your device. To turn off live captions, press the volume button and tap the live caption icon again. If you have an Android phone, please read that again. It might be something you want to do because we use our phones for so many things. And we could go over some of these, but for our top 10, that's it. And that's all 10 of them. So now we'll say, boom, thank you. That was our Android, iOS top 10 tips and tricks, with special thanks, of course, to KimCommando.com. She's on everything, and this particular story was just produced a couple of days ago. So I was anxious to get it to you because these are some pretty cool things. But as it said right in the presentation from Kim Commando, it can get you into trouble too if you don't use the tapping the back of the phone properly. If you're banging it around or you throw it on the seat of your car. If you don't have it in a, for example, in a OtterBox Defender, that's what I carry my phone in. That could belay any issues you might have for tapping 2 or 3 times. So at this point, we can talk about these things. We could go back and discuss any particular ones of the 10 that popped into your head that you want to know more about. I'll turn it over to you guys.
Oh, does iPhone have a live caption?
It wasn't in the presentation, so I'm guessing we will have to look that up. I was surprised as I was putting this together and typing it up that there was usually, if it was dedicated to an Android, one of the 10, then they would put before they went on to the next one, they would put something, but that one had nothing. So
No.
at this point, I'm probably going to say no, that live caption is unfortunately probably not, but maybe Jeff is usually on top of this and he's looking at it, and we're going to see if he's found anything for iOS or iPhone live caption capture.
Well,
Right.
sometimes if I'm watching a little video, let's say it's a news item, I turn on the video on my
Yeah.
phone and the subtitles are on and I can't get rid of it. And on a little screen, they're taking up a lot of space and I don't know how to turn them off on my iPhone.
Are you referring to YouTube subtitles?
Even if you're just watching something on the Today Show, sometimes a little video of it comes up, you know, and since the video takes up like half your screen when the titles are on, it's annoying. You just want to listen and not see all that typing. And I don't know how to turn it off when it's on my iPhone.
I'll have to see which program you're using to look at the videos, but you can turn them off, I believe.
Yeah, subtitles, meaning you could have the sound off and still know what they're saying.
Right, but sometimes you don't want the captions on.
Of course, probably most of the time if you have sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, I'll look that up.
Or you come to Jack's.
See, that's right. We didn't mention that early on. Usually I harp on that because it's just such a wonderful service. Jeff is at Jack's between 9 and 11. Jack's Deli on the east side of Cleveland. Wonderful place. On Wednesday mornings, 9 to 11, Jeff Hexter.
Thanks, Tom. I actually combined two of those hints together a while ago. I have got it set so triple tapping the back of my iPhone calls up the magnifier.
Brilliant. Wonderful.
Because I use that all the time to read the labels on tiny components and things.
Sure.
Like that.
I'm still taking a picture and then pinch it out.
I did that for a long time.
I have to figure out how to use that magnifier. I'll go back and look at these slides again.
Yeah.
For the magnifier, I just use my phone and zoom in, and then it's pretty much the same thing. I think that's what it's doing. I just
Oh, instead of taking a picture, just use the camera and pinch the camera out.
But
Right.
the magnifier offers some additional settings. You have, I don't use them all, but I believe, so it can save. You have you know what, I used to know what all the extra stuff did, but it just was more convenient to just magnify, have it hold its spot, move it around, change the focus point, just like the camera would. And you could take a picture if you wanted to, but it could just, I don't need to save them.
Yeah. If you're looking for a model number or a part number that's written in like a 2-pixel font size, and you just, and I don't see well close anyway.
There's some additional settings like filters and stuff. You can have it colorized.
Yeah, brightness and contrast.
Yeah. And for measuring, I have what's called bubble measure. And so I could set my phone down and it'll be a bubble to make sure things are flat and level. And you could also change it to another level where you could set the phone on the side to see if things are level. I've been using that for a long time, which is great with, in the movie industry, I use it all the time to make sure, the shot's level, the camera's level and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a great app to have.
Yeah, I have an app. I didn't know that the iOS had it built in to measure and or level. The measuring seems amazing. Especially if you're at a store and you want to make sure, not so critical as the outside dimensions of the frame, but the picture you have. And then you could go to the store and use your phone to check the inside, the I/O of it to see if your picture will fit properly.
Right.
And it would just, you don't have to carry a measure tape or anything.
Right.
Just use your phone. Yeah. Very nice.
So I thought this was how you use the magnifier with your phone.
Yes, Inspector.
Well, that's one way.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I have one of these at my desk. It's called a loop.
Yeah.
I have one of these. I use this for reading all the time.
Is that when you're fencing diamonds?
Yes.
I used to have attachments for my old iPhone that were additional lens attachments. They would fit over the lens on the back of my phone that would have a zoom or a wide angle, or they clamp on. I haven't used that in a long, long time. I also had a lens attachments for my original digital camera that would do that would double the magnify or give me wide angle stuff. But it was for an old Nikon Coolpix 990.
Oh, sure. That Coolpix was a popular camera.
I like that you could rotate it and hold it over your head and still see
Yeah.
pictures of. It was only 3.
Plus, it was Nikon.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Good stuff on this list. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Very interesting.
How about Chris? Does Chris have anything to add to our 1 to 10?
No, I got to figure out how to use the measurement so I carry a ruler every time I'm walking up to a job. Now I get to carry my phone.
I know.
It's accurate.
And what phone? I forgot what phone you carry. Is it an Android?
Yeah, it's an Android.
Samsung, I'm guessing?
No, it's a Moto Z.
Oh, Moto Z. It's Motorola.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would be something that would help you a lot, I think, if you could get real handy with that measurement thing.
Yeah, I gotta work on that.
Yeah.
Right, because that's what I was thinking. I was testing it while you guys were saying it. I want to make sure I'm starting at the right point. I wasn't sure how to click it to start, because you want to be accurate. I was trying to measure my computer screen, which I think came out to 21.5, but I don't know if it was accurate.
You're measuring it diagonally?
Oh, I went across.
Because to get the actual screen size, the manufacturer screen size, you was measure diagonally.
Okay.
Well, that's great. So we have 10 things. You could watch this again and land on one of the ones that you want to get better at. And it'll give you an opportunity to hone your skills, at least with these top 10. And there are more. I'm not sure what she said, but I hope it's nothing I said.
Probably Bentley.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll bid everybody a fond adieu, and we'll wrap this up, and we'll finish up with our locals while you YouTubers out there can rewind this and let's watch it again, shall we? Sure. And don't forget, subscribe and click the bell so you can know when we send up a new video. And we appreciate you sticking around. Jeff Hexter, Scott Morrison, Trina Gigax, Mike Bentley, Chris Walters, and Rob Lord. Excellent morning. Thanks so much. And what's our motto? Miss a morning, miss a lot. You have like 100 years, more than 100 years of experience here, and you should partake of it as much as you can. You can never have enough network breakfast. Okay, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next Tuesday morning. Once again, thank you so much, and adios.